And for pitchforking eager to the ice, Willie Mitchell's going to the penalty box, and Daniel Sedin just grabbed onto Adam Burrish to keep him away from Mitchell. And that shouldn't be a penalty because that's just keeping Dennis the Menace out of the crowd. But Mitchell will go. Chicago's on the power play on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. Second opportunity of the night for the Chicago power play to work here with Willie Mitchell off. And an opportune time to get right back in the game.
And interesting for Joel Quenneville, he goes with 4 forwards like he's done so many times with Bolin on the back end. But interestingly, I would have thought that maybe Dustin Byfuglien would be right in front of Roberto Luongo. Instead, with Willie Mitchell down, that takes a big body defensively away. But instead, he's got with his skill group and put Havlat, Taves, and Sharp together.
But if they don't score, Byfuglien will be on the second unit. Burrows trying to get away from Bolin. The forward, the pass in front, and it didn't get to Kessler. A good defensive play by Cam Barker, bailing out the forward who's playing the point in the power play. Here's Jonathan Taves. Marty Havlat and Patrick Sharp are with him. Olin stepped in, couldn't clear the puck, and the Blackhawks gang it and get it back. Barker to Bolin. Into Taves. Havlat goes to the front of the net. Sharp in his shooting position. Off to the left side, and he takes the pass. Olin comes right at him and takes away his shot. Can't get a slap pass through. Havlat. Some action in front as the pass comes back to Dave Bolin. Doesn't lean into it. Martin Havlat. Dave Bolin fakes the shot, passes off to Havlat. High in the slot is Cam Barker. Here's Jonathan Taves, shovels the puck at Luongo. There was nothing there for it. Olin steps in front of Taves and clears the puck, and the penalty killers get a much-needed change.
And Jim, you can credit Burrows and Kessler with foiling that opportunity for Chicago. They got great passing lanes and then got into shooting lanes when Chicago wanted to put it towards the net with 3 guys in front.
Now Johnson and Raymond take over as the forwards, killing the penalty against the second power play unit. Versteeg in with a hit. Kane is there. Byfuglien to go to the front of the net. Brian Campbell back on the blue line with Brent Seabrook. Here's Patrick Kane, side of the net. Byfuglien trying to stuff the puck in. Versteeg is there as well, and a quick whistle as referee Bill McCreary lost sight of the puck.
And Joel Quenneville didn't like that quick whistle, and Bill McCreary was on the opposite side of the net. And with bodies going in front of Roberto Luongo getting knocked over, he obviously lost sight of it and didn't want the goaltender on his back with 2 guys on top of him. Well, what do you do when you're not getting anything done? Get it low, take it hard to the net. 1 chance, 2 chance, and a very quick whistle as Salo came in and knocked Byfuglien. Roberto Luongo able to hold his ground. And that drew the ire of Joel Quenneville once again from the Chicago bench.
Kessler and Versteeg wins the draw. Seabrook shot, and Luongo could see it, so he stopped it.
Well, the one thing you say about Luongo is he's not going to get rattled. He knows he can play physical. He's a big body there. And this time just a clear win, but no bodies in front. Easy vision for Roberto Luongo there.
Then a win for Kessler on the ensuing face-off. He'll go off. Johnson will change as well. Last chance here on this power play for the Blackhawks. Patrick Kane with some speed. Byfuglien's with him. So is Versteeg. Brian Campbell. Seabrook, one-timer, missed the net. Good thing that didn't hit anybody. And Campbell has to chase the puck back into his own zone. Mason Raymond is right on it. Penalty's over. Willie Mitchell is back on the ice. Here's Brian Campbell. His shoot in. Olin turns. He knows Ladd's coming, so he pokes the puck to Alexander Edler. Willie Mitchell tipped the puck to center. 3 defensemen on the ice here. Mitchell stays on as Ladd moves the puck in. Sammy Paulson, Henrik Sedin got back defensively, moved the puck to center. Burrows just stepped on the ice on a change. Can't split the defense. Chalmerson knocked him down, and Khabibulin has the puck. The fans have had their say, and the votes are being counted. Tune in during the Stanley Cup Final and see if you're the lucky grand prize winner. You could present the Scotiabank Fan Fave Award at the NHL Awards June 18th in Las Vegas. Paulson and Henrik Sedin to face off. Sammy Paulson lives just down the street from Daniel and across the fjord from Henrik in Örnsköldsvik, Sweden. They went head-to-head in the 07 playoffs when Paulson was with Anaheim, and he was on a shutdown line with Travis Moen and Rob Niedermeyer, and they did a great job on the Sedins. Roy Brouwer out with Paulson and Ladd now. Daniel Sedin looks around, waiting for someone to catch up. Knows his brother will be there soon, and he is. Khabibulin poked the puck to Duncan Keith. Up the boards for Andrew Ladd. Crisscrossing with Troy Brouwer. Left the puck for Sammy Paulson. Brouwer leans into one. Luongo stopped that easily, and Kevin Bieksa quickly moves the puck the other way. Duncan Keith got it away from Daniel Sedin. Matt Walker into traffic at the bench. Shane O'Brien was there for Vancouver. The Hawks are changing lots of time for Kevin Bieksa. Dimitra couldn't tip the puck deep. Sundin, Kessler, Dimitra come on against Havlat, Burish, and Eager. Some subtle line changing for Joel Quenneville. In comes Ryan Kessler. Walker's got an angle on him. Kessler uses his speed, left the puck behind, and just got a little bit of the hit from Adam Burish. Sundin held a clearing attempt in. Kessler has to get a new stick. They ran into Barker. Burish kicks the puck loose. Martin Havlat. Matt Walker jumps up on the play. Ben Eager tipped the puck by Edler, who just subtly held him up enough so that Olin could get back. Olin gave the puck away. Martin Havlat has Jonathan Toews in front. The centering pass, and too bad Toews didn't get it. Eager tipped it and missed it. Pavel Dimitra. Edler's with him, takes the shot off a leg. Kyle Wellwood has Kessler in front. He scores! Still early, but with Luongo in goal, that might be a backbreaker. Ryan Kessler gets his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal.
Well, the transition game for the Vancouver Canucks has really started to take hold in this second period. A missed opportunity at one end. Because there wasn't a forward back, the D backs off the line, and Wellwood with a nifty play. Backhand, forehand. What does Kessler do? He just reads the play, gets into the seam, jumps out. He's got his stick on the ice, and almost simultaneously, as Jarlson's stick was there, Kessler's was there to bang it in.
3-0 Vancouver. Wellwood gets his second assist of the game. Kessler gets the goal. Edler gets the second assist, and Vancouver's in command 3-0.
And Jim, Vancouver's just a little bit harder and a little bit quicker on the puck right now on every little battle.
Campbell with a centering pass. Here's Patrick Kane. Back with Sharp. Jonathan Toews, the young Chicago captain. Campbell to Toews. Hooked back by Mitchell. Threw the puck in front. Wellwood got a high stick in the face. And it's detected, and it's Pat Kane that's going off. Chicago down 3-0. Penalty problems again. And for the second time tonight, it's Wellwood who takes one in the face. And which cut is it? Is it the last one or a new one? Is it 2 or 4? It's a 4-minute penalty to Patrick Kane right there. Vancouver's power play back to work on hockey night. Double minor for high sticking to Patrick Kane, so Vancouver will get power plays 6 and 7 in the game.
And for Kyle Wellwood, 8 minutes of power play time thanks to his face. He's got a cut up by his eye and this one by the mouth. Here's the goal earlier as Wellwood does an excellent job behind the net, pulling it forehand, backhand onto Kessler. And then after that, a real chance, as you said, a dagger in the heart of the Chicago Blackhawks, a young team on the road trying to compose themselves. Jim, it's been just too many times in the box.
Selke Trophy nominee Ryan Kessler, he really deserves that honor. He's a great defensive player, but as you can see, he can add some offense, and he's stepped up tonight with his first ever playoff goal. And now the Canucks can really bury the Hawks. Kessler, Sundin, and Wellwood are on the ice. Dimitra drops back to the right point with Alex Edler. Sammy Paulson getting set for the face-off against Sundin. Second swipe, and Sundin won the draw. Pavel Dimitra passes back to Matt Sundin. He's got a screen in front. Dimitra fires the shot, kicked out by Khabibulin. That's a nice save in traffic. Olin and Paulson go off. With the opportunity to change on the long change, Chicago takes it. Alexander Edler. Watched by Burish, and the puck is poked out to center.
Jay, this is a really important power play for Vancouver, too. This is a Chicago team that scored 3 goals in a minute 49 against Calgary. The game can change quickly. Playoffs, the momentum swings at a moment's notice. And this is one where you look at, don't leave anything to chance. You've got the end of the second period. You've had complete control. But as we've all seen before, strange things happen come playoff time, and it can turn on a dime. So if I'm Alain Vigneault, I keep the pedal down, keep everybody sharp, and make sure the intensity level doesn't drop off.
John Torchetti, one of Joel Quenneville's assistants.
And you know what he's thinking? Kill this off and let's get one before the end of the period, and we're in okay shape.
Walker got the puck down the ice. It hit the linesman, might have hit somebody on a bench. And so the play stopped with 3:11 to go in the double minor.
Well, what Joel Quenneville has brought to this team is a little bit of experience, obviously, having coached at a high level and had great success, but also structure in their game. And I think one of the things that you need to have in a playoff series is when things go badly and you get behind, you have to have the ability to keep your team together. Don't get out of your game plan. Don't start playing like individuals. And it's having the faith that if you keep playing together and you keep working it, things can slowly but surely turn their way around.
Henrik Sedin won the draw. Daniel can't get control of the puck in a battle along the boards with Matt Walker. And the Blackhawks were able to clear the puck. They didn't like the faceoff in their end, but they won it, and it didn't cost them. Sedins and Steve Bernier on the power play with Salo and Bieksa for Vancouver. Walker is back against Henrik Sedin. Slapped the puck up the boards. It climbed the glass and out. And it was deflected out.
That works well for Chicago, though. They just haven't allowed Vancouver to get in sync. And this has been a very disjointed power play for the Vancouver Canucks. And this is a big draw here as Vancouver's been owning the faceoff dot, and they've been able to keep the pressure on Chicago by winning.
Got about 8 guys who can take draws, and Dimitri's one of them. Sundin to Edler, he misfired. Wellwood tips the puck to Matt Sundin. Kyle Wellwood, Kessler's at the side of the net. Matt Sundin takes over against Burish and Seabrook. A centering pass went right off the goaltender's pads, and Kessler couldn't get it. Burish gets the puck to center, then deep. Luongo up to play it. Kyle Wellwood rink wide to Pavel Demitra. Up the middle is Kessler with great speed. Controls the puck. Shot it up high, deflected into the netting.
That one got by Nikolai Khabibulin right off the goalpost. And a good speed up the middle by Kessler as he got inside position. And a good hard shot that, look at the speed of Kessler, protected the puck. Nice job of kicking it up and over, and this one right off the bar and up and out.
Must be a helpless feeling for a defenseman because you can't grab him.
You can't hook him, you can't grab him,
and you can't catch him.
And there would have been a nice long 5-on-3 there for 2 minutes had he hooked him.
Henrik Sedin to Daniel Sedin with Steve Bernier in front. Duncan Keith steps in, can't clear the puck. Bieksa held it in. Daniel. Sammy Paulson came right at him because he lost the puck in his skates. He battles to get it to Henrik. Back to Kevin Bieksa. Salo set up on the other side. Henrik Sedin takes over. Bernier's screening. Henrik has some options here, finds Daniel. Bieksa goes to the front of the net. Salo takes the shot, just missed the net with a rocket. Henrik Sedin, Daniel Sedin takes the shot, it's deflected right on. Khabibulin gets a quick whistle this time.
And Bill McCreary didn't see that Khabibulin lost it, and a lot of talk about the whistle, but you see another example of just how well the Sedin twins play off each other. I mean, nobody passes the puck, area passes, better than these two. How quickly when they grab the puck and sense an opportunity, there's the pass, and almost a hook in front, and that one was loose on the doorstep as Bernier was right there, almost ready to get it. A deflected puck that Khabibulin had a hard time controlling.
Back to the Sundin unit on the power play. Quick changes here for the power play unit. Still a ways to go in this double minor to Patrick Kane. Burish is squeezed out along the boards by Matt Sundin. Mats has been moving pretty well in this game.
A little bit of rest, another week off, get healthy, get a little bit more workouts in.
Edler shoveled the puck to the end boards. Matt Walker there. Adam Burish had a look around, sees Sharp out at center, gave him an aerial, and he has to race after it. Alexander Edler's a good skater and got back.
Well, fortunately, there was some pressure down low in the corner that forced a little bit of an errant pass because he had inside position. He would have been off to the races.
Sundin to Kessler, missed on a pass to Wellwood, so Bolin broke it up. Sammy Paulson has the puck. Matt Walker's up with him and just tips the puck in deep and follows.